At the beginning of the film, we learn that robots with artificial intelligence have gone out of control worldwide. In just 10 days of their attacks, more than 1 million people have been affected. The leader of the attackers is a robot named Harlan, who hacked into the programming code of the robots. Harlan was developed by an AI expert named Val Shepard, with the aim of improving life on Earth. Val's daughter, Atlas, considered him her brother and wanted to become as intelligent as he was. But she inadvertently helped him reprogram the code using a device that merges human and robot intelligence, a Neuralink. Val ultimately died. An international coalition of countries was formed to defend and counterattack. The dangerous robot factions were defeated. However, Harlan managed to escape from Earth, promising to return and complete his mission. He fears that due to humanity's recklessness, the planet is in danger. Therefore, Harlan wants to eliminate a large portion of the population, leaving the remaining part to be led by robots. 28 years later, a grown-up Atlas continues her mother's analytical work on artificial intelligence, residing in Los Angeles in high-tech apartments. Meanwhile, the special services continue their search for militant robots. For example, they manage to find and, with difficulty, disable a large robot named Casca, who was close to Harlan. Atlas's friend, General Jack Booth, invites her to headquarters to try to extract Harlan's location from Casca. The woman cleverly learns from the robot that Harlan is based on a planet called GR39 in the Andromeda Galaxy. Suddenly, the robot attacks her, but she is prepared for this and eliminates it. Following this, the general decides to send a battalion of Rangers, led by Colonel Elias Banks, to GR39 to capture and study Harlan. Atlas asks to join the mission. The colonel shows her combat robots, with which the Rangers use enhanced Neuralinks for close connection. The day of departure arrives. The Rangers' ship passes through Earth's energy shield, which was once designed by Atlas to protect against a potential attack from Harlan, and heads to GR39. The ship finally reaches this planet, but doesn't have time to land. It is suddenly attacked by anti-aircraft defenses. The colonel manages to place Atlas inside one of the robots. With its help, she manages to land on the planet's surface, albeit roughly. Due to the crash, her oxygen supply is limited. The robot's artificial intelligence introduces itself as Smith and suggests she wear a Neuralink, which would allow them to interact and understand each other better and faster. Having distrusted robots since childhood, she refuses, continuing verbal communication between them. Nonetheless, Smith promises to protect her. They set off on foot, to remain inconspicuous, towards a rescue base located 98 kilometers away. Along the way, at the planned rendezvous point for the Rangers, Atlas sees the destroyed robots of her team. None of the Rangers survive the battle with Harlan's robots. However, she notices that the colonel's damaged robot is empty. Atlas is then surprised to see Casca approaching, reassembled by Harlan, along with a group of robots. She asks Smith to help her escape, but realizes it won't be possible. They will have to fight. Panicking, she learns about the most powerful weapon in Smith's arsenal, Ion Bomb, and demands its immediate use. This manages to eliminate most of the robots. The explosion creates a crater into which Atlas and Smith, as well as Casca, fall. During the fall, Atlas breaks her leg. Smith promptly provides her with medical assistance. After some time, the surviving Casca emerges from the rubble. The robot reports to Harlan that they are continuing to search for Atlas. Harlan wants to obtain from her the second part of the access code for Earth's shield. Meanwhile, with engines at full throttle, Smith and Atlas manage to surface. They have 37 kilometers left to reach the rescue base. Knowing they will be quickly detected, Atlas and Smith set up mines with thermal sensors around them. The enemy robots fall into their trap. After examining Casca's microchips, Atlas discovers Harlan's location. Determined to stop Harlan, they make their way to his base. Once there, they bury a radio beacon to send precise coordinates for a future attack. As Atlas moves closer, she sees robots loading warheads from her ship. Suddenly, guards spot them, and a fierce battle breaks out. The odds are against them. During the fight, Smith's system shuts down due to damage. The newly rebuilt Casca captures Atlas and takes her to Harlan. Meanwhile, on Earth, the General, upon receiving a broken message from Atlas, decides to send reinforcements to the Rangers. Back on planet GR-39, Harlan shares his plan with his old friend to use the warheads from her ship to attack Earth. Then, by accessing Atlas's memory, he obtains the second access code and hastens to depart. He obtained the first access code from the Colonel. Atlas is surprised to find the Colonel still alive. He learns from Atlas that Smith is shut down but nearby. The man gives her his Neuralink. Hoping that the robot's reactors are not destroyed, Atlas calls out to Smith for help. He responds but says he is incapacitated. However, with 100% synchronization, they can bypass the restriction code. The woman finally agrees to trust Smith. Now they share thoughts. The robot quickly frees her and the Colonel, providing them with new oxygen respirators. Noticing spare parts from broken Ranger robots in the room, Atlas gives Smith a quick upgrade. They head into battle against Harlan's robots with Smith, who is almost unarmed but now has 4 arms. During the fight, Atlas and Smith manage to capture trophy weapons. To help Atlas, the Colonel heroically detonates rocket fuel stored at the base. After this, Harlan unexpectedly attacks Atlas and Smith. The ship takes off. Smith manages to quickly hack and deactivate the warheads, and then he and Atlas take down the ship. However, Harlan is not willing to give up. The evil robot declares that he will force Atlas to bring him another ship. A fierce battle ensues. Harlan moves very quickly. He is a skilled fighter. After analyzing his combat moves, Smith and Atlas temporarily gain the upper hand. However, their success is short-lived. Harlan inflicts significant damage on Smith. Atlas loses consciousness. Smith promises to save her. Using a defibrillator, he tries to revive her while simultaneously fending off Harlan. Finally, a revived Atlas attacks Harlan from behind with a metal rod. She then takes his processor. She wants to escape together with Smith, whose beacon shows that rescue ships are already approaching. However, Smith says that they cannot escape together. He sacrifices his power, disconnects the Neuralink, and redirects all oxygen to her mask. A moved Atlas thanks Smith for protecting her. At the same time, the rescue team arrives and takes Atlas back to Earth. Some time passes. Atlas becomes a Ranger. The artificial intelligence of her new robot pleasantly surprises her by knowing about her love for black coffee with 3 pieces of sugar, information she once shared with Smith. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to not miss out on new videos. Thanks for watching.